Hey y'all, happy Sunday. What's going on? How's everybody doing? It's Sunday, so I'm doing my regular routine. Going to drop off my grandmother's clothes. I wash her clothes once a week, so me and my mom are gonna, that's part of our routine, at least just go and since we can't actually visit with her, but we can take up her clean clothes. So that's my normal Sunday routine with a little bit of adjustment. Man, is it just me, or does it feel like time has slowed down? Like I'm honestly appreciating the little bit of extra time that I feel like I'm getting for myself throughout this shutdown. More time at home means more time for self-care. I always feel like I'm rushed because I'm either at one job or the other, or just running around doing stuff. And so I'm appreciating this downtime. I'm taking more time to love on myself, actually comb my hair. And sometimes I just feel like I don't have time, so I will throw a wig on in a minute. So I just want to check in with you all and see how your love life is going in the pandemic. One of my comedian friends posted the other day, and he said, singles, he said, and I quote, he said, singles, how long are you gonna continue to be celibate once this is all over? So it kind of made me think, like, yeah, wow, celibacy for real. And I know that some of you are already practice celibacy, but for those of us who haven't been, it's like right now, it's not a game. Right now, we are celibate, but not by choice, right? I mean, maybe some of you all are still taking the risk. I don't know, but hopefully it's with, I know some people actually cohabitate and live together. So I'm not even talking about married people. I'm talking about single people. So, I'm gonna turn this music off. I mean, I've been having some mixed emotions and feelings about it. Dating around is never, really a healthy practice. Partner swapping and all that is never, healthy. And so at this time, I really don't encourage anybody to have a new partner, nor do I encourage anybody to dig up anybody from the past. It's just a little different right now. And in all seriousness, if I can be serious today, it's like a whole other level where you have to take, more precaution and having using protection. You know what I mean? But right now with social distancing, that is the protection, not being around somebody, but if I can just keep it real, and in your flesh, you want to cuddle, you want to kiss, you want to hug, all that stuff is natural. But again, if we want to be in compliance with what's going on with the coronavirus, then we just got to stick to talking on the phone, using video chat. And so there's so much more that I want to say about this topic, and I'm thinking I'm going to update my blog. Basically, this is called No Lovin' in the quarantine, in the shutdown, man. So I just wanted to see how it was going for you all singles, because I know how it is late at night. My current love interest, I'm grateful we went on a date right when they started shutting everything down. We went to a restaurant, and it was pretty empty in there, but this was like I said, right the same day when everything started shutting down. And so I feel like this time of self-isolation and quarantine is definitely a testing of relationships. And if a person is serious about you, then y'all probably do live together, or you're in a committed relationship. However, if you're not, then that's definitely not the person you want to be sleeping with right now, if you're not serious about that person. Because when you're sick, the last thing you want to think about is having sex, right? Whether single or married. And so they're saying a lot of people are asymptomatic. And so if you hooking up with somebody that you're not in a committed relationship with, first of all, even without the coronavirus, you're putting yourself at risk. So, we're talking about celibacy, and Daryl Mooney, the comedian, he asked, how long are you gonna, keep up your celibacy? And that's a real question, because just because we get a get an order from the governor or the mayor or whoever, the president, you know, that, oh, everything is all good now, let's say in June, you know, does that mean it's time to get back out here and have an active dating life and, you know, start sexing it up? Not necessarily. I feel like with this, God is really reordering and resetting some things in more ways than one. You know, for singles in your dating life, for families, you know, you're getting to spend more time with your children, in your work life. You are having to either become an entrepreneur or come up with other ways of getting your job done. And so, you know, we are in a crisis, but again, God is still working, you know, and for those people who know that there's a calling on your life, as I know there's a calling on my life, you know, and sometimes, you know, we want the blessing, but we don't want to do what we have to do to get to it. I always use the analogy of, you know, weight loss and losing weight. I can say I want to lose 10 pounds. However, if I sit up and just keep eating a bag of cookies every night, that's not going to get me to my goal. And so celibacy, if we're looking at it from a religious perspective, I mean marriage and commitment, if we're looking at it from a religious perspective and how we were raised and what the word says, in our single season, we are supposed to be abstaining from sex anyway. And if you think about your dating life, again, you shouldn't be sleeping around, you know, whether you're a religious person or not, because it's just healthy. But you got to look at it like, you know, the person that you lay down with or you have an unprotected sex with, that should be someone who you do see yourself committing to, you do see yourself marrying, you do see yourself having children with. But a lot of times, you know, our flesh gets in the way, and sometimes that's how people wind up in situations with people they don't even like, people they don't want to have a long-term relationship with, people they don't want to marry. So I know this message is a little unorthodox, but I'm just saying, for me, it has put a whole lot in perspective. And so for all of my singles out there who truly are desiring commitment and marriage going forward after this, you know, during this time, you know, love on yourself, have those conversations with God. And I know for me and other people that I know, there's a deep desire and longing for commitment, for marriage, to be able to do things in a more traditional way, a more conventional way. Some people, it has worked for them in an unconventional way. You know, I try to talk to my married friends, like, how did you get your husband? Some of them had their kids before they were married. And so, you know, hey, that's a blessing that they were able to still marry that person who they, you know, had kids with. Some people, it hasn't been that way. They've had their kids and didn't wind up marrying the person who they had their children by. So I'm just saying all that to say, you know, as singles, let's put that celibacy thing into reality, even after the pandemic dies down, because if a person not committing to you, not marrying you, is really an indication of how they feel about you. It could be an indication of how they feel about themselves and their lives, that they just don't want to be married or committed. But if that's the case, they shouldn't be dating people who do desire. And you, as the person who has that desire, you gotta remove yourself from that relationship. Another thing I wanted to say is that this time is also helping people to really get to the foundation of their relationship. Whether, you know, you're having sex with that person or not, it's always great to have a strong foundation in that person, in that relationship with that person that you're dating. And so you may find that you're better off as being friends than girlfriend and boyfriend, than potential husband and wife. So I don't know if I was able to get everything out that I really feel about this topic, but like I said, I'm going to be doing some writing about it. It could be the prelude to my next book, you know, because I just, you know, I keep questioning, okay, why am I still single if I have desire to be married? Well, sometimes there is a purpose tied to your singleness. And so until you do what it is that you're supposed to do in your singleness, and be obedient to what God is telling you to do, then you can't get to the blessing. You can't get to what God has for you. And so God will use a crisis and a pandemic to get the purpose out of you. Rachel Rivers, Dr. Ray, whatever that purpose is, that next book, this God could be using this just to get that out. So I hope I made myself clear. Love you guys. Happy Sunday. Talk to you soon. Bye.